Good. Hi, Colette.
Hi, Josh.
So it's your turn to be interviewed.
Yep.
Let people get to know you just a little bit. Are you prepared?
I am.
Are you prepared
ready.
to answer the questions that I'm going to just make up now?
I am ready.
All right. What is your favorite type of melon?
Watermelon.
Really?
I love watermelon. When I had
Seedless
kids,
or-
I couldn't
seedless
wait
or-
for them to eat watermelon.
Seedless or regular one? Like
Seedless.
seedless? Okay, so you're into
I don't
like
have time to be spitting out seeds.
genetically modified fruits.
Yes, I prefer genetically modified fruits, known as watermelon. Love it.
So not like cantaloupe or
Nope.
no?
Can't even stand that stuff.
Muskmelon maybe.
Nope. That's the fact that it's called muskmelon freaks me out.
But it's so good.
But watermelon is very scrumptious.
All right. I won't judge you. Let's see. What is your favorite color?
Purple.
Why?
Done. I have no idea. Because when
What?
it comes right down to it, I don't choose purple things. But for some reason, I just love the idea of purple. You know, like lavender is really nice.
Do you own a lot of purple clothes?
I don't. I mostly own like black and gray clothes. But if I was going to own a color, I would own purple clothes.
By coincidence, you're wearing a purple bracelet.
I
see that.
am. So and I actually chose it not just because it says Christ follower, which I totally am, but because it was purple. Like, bonus.
All right. I'm with you. All right, you have 2 kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're still married.
Yep.
Um,
I'm still married. Are you implying that people with 2 children have a lot of stress, Josh? Or
no,
what?
well, they're twins.
Yes, they are.
I understand how that goes. And by the way, your kids are awesome.
Thanks.
I love your kids.
Your kid's awesome, too.
My kids?
I said your kid is.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
your kid
Kid
is.
is awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. What kind of car do you drive?
I drive... Do you want my license plate number, too? Are we going to post that on Facebook? Like, what's going on? I drive a Chevy Impala.
Why?
Because it was a decent deal.
All right, that's a good reason. There's
It's
some people who
white.
care about that.
I don't, honestly.
I'm trying to find out if you care about that.
What I'm most upset about is that I purchased a vehicle that did not have an auxiliary port in it. Because for me, a car is a music system with wheels attached to it.
All right, let's say you're walking through the woods
Yes.
and you come upon a bridge.
Yes.
Would you prefer that bridge to be made of wood or metal?
Wood.
Why?
Because wood belongs in the middle of forests.
All right, but what if it was like
Rickety.
wet?
I probably just wouldn't cross it.
What if it was rotting?
I would definitely not cross it. Remember, I don't
Or
like
rusting.
outside, so it's highly unlikely I'd be in the woods anyway.
Okay, you got to stick with the hypothetical
Okay,
situation.
I'm sorry,
You gotta
I'm sorry,
stick with all right.
Wood would feel more rustic and natural to me.
Okay.
So,
All right.
you know.
All right. Would you prefer to fly somewhere, or would you prefer to take a boat?
Ooh. I would fly.
Why?
Because boats are very close to being outside.
What if it
And
was
I
in like a submarine?
That is very close to drowning. And so I would not be okay with
What
that.
if it's a submarine that's floating on top of the water?
What?
It's like a very buoyant submarine, like a bobber.
I would still be concerned. I'm just saying. Boats, they're pretty to look at, and I like the idea of a boat, but the reality is once I'm on a boat, I am doing whatever I can to just not be on the boat anymore. It's outside.
And you live in Michigan.
I do.
And
I
you
know.
don't want to go boating.
I know.
All right.
Love the lakes. I love
you
the
hate
idea of it.
outdoors. You hate outdoors, and you don't want to go boating. And
Right.
you live in Michigan.
Right. Exactly.
You sure you don't want to live in like another place that's not outdoors?
Unfortunately, I seem to notice that outdoors is everywhere. No
Oh.
matter where you go, you'll be outside.
You gotta
sometimes.
suffer through it then, huh?
Yep. Exactly.
What is your? Let's see. What animal frightens you the most?
Cougars.
Why?
Because there was one in Roscommon, and you try to tell me there wasn't once. But they spotted one for real.
Because there's no cougars in Roscommon.
All right, not really. You know what? Can I be honest with you? The animal that scares me the most?
Yeah.
Bees.
What?
Absolutely terrified of bees. When I was little, I was stung by a lot of bees. And I'm not allergic or anything. But
At once or like just
at
throughout
once.
your childhood?
At once.
Okay.
And I remember it. I remember, like, you know, like my cousin running and carrying me into the house, and it was just this big dramatic thing. I don't know how many times I was stung, but I know it was kind of a big deal. Like, everybody was freaking out. And I'm petrified to this day of bees. I see bees, and I completely just, like, freeze up, which makes it really difficult to try to convince your kids that you don't need to be afraid of bees. But bees, I would give up honey if bees did not exist. I would be okay with that.
All right, last question.
Okay.
What is your life verse?
My life verse is Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. That verse can make me happy, can make me cry. I constantly remind myself of that verse. And I recently learned that my plan and God's plan are not always the same thing. And so I see that verse in a whole new light. Like, it's not necessarily reassurance even. It's just be assured that I know what I am doing. So you can calm yourself down a little bit. I've got this. And I love that. I love that God has got this. And that verse helps me remember that.
Well, sweet. Well, look forward to working with you.
Rock on, Josh THO.
Deal.